Yo, vana sang belna hing tenun tanah khem pe unia hung chung kem awang lian kong biak pa pasian lungdamung to pa leitunga hunsia kom kala na tate kui na mun kibang lohima tale to pa tunita ina pilna thupi na tele hitaka sangka na lai sinna hil ding siate ahi zun siama te ahi zun amu ka kamte ongza sakin la adiakina leitunga to pa huilaka nasem kahima baun to pa ka internet light teu zong hoi takina ong hoi suak thena din zong nangman ong ke sakta in ong hil ding sia nu sia pate tungma ma zong amau i kigin naza sangin ko te adin api ching zo ahi thena ding in zong nangman ong maka ngia ta in tunitaru kahunu akipana ala jang atop na dong siang thonuam ten gols na te nunga sakding ko mi pia ding ina phatum na khate te to kaum thena ding un kanun tak pi thena ding un thupa nung piaga nung makai ding lungulin sina panang tan khia to pai sumin to hunle vai khe pe konga byong san kong bi to pa pasiano amen
nung dama ma to ki panina chama nu tu ni pen sia sang pi I makai na to akipai to di manina sia sang pi hon na pi ai pa ni.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, today we are very happy to be together and then share our knowledge. And then the program will be like this. Okay, the moderator is me. And then the guest speaker is Zhang. And the topic is for being a foreigner. And then followed by Siama Monica Kimnu about the tenses. And then it will followed by Sia Son Piang, speaking and listening skills. The topic is what a wonderful world. And then the last person to take up the program is Siama Muanjing. And then the topic is social expressions. So it will be very great to have them in our midst. I hope and believe this time will be a very good time for each and every one of us. And we will enjoy the time. And then we will be very attentive. And then we will give time to each and every one of them. So I would like to request all the teachers, all the presenters to have 1 to 2 minutes to introduce themselves, to take time. First, Siama Monica Kimnu, and then after that, Sia Son Piang. After that, Siama Muanjing. Okay, I would like to give the time to you.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. The one who have been watching, joining our group. So this group, so if you join for the first time, you will already remember me. So, but I want to introduce myself again, as we are given. So I am Monica Kim, and I also work in Joseph Education University as a professor. So I also teach English in my free time. So I'm really happy to share my knowledge to different people and also different groups. So I'm really happy to join here and also to be a part of this Zomi English conversation club. So I'm very happy to join this group. So nice to meet you all. Thank you.
Thank you,
Siama Monica. Hello, everyone again. Thanks very much to the main organizer, Usman Tuang, for this Zoom meeting, and also all the members in ZECC. We named this one Zomi English Conversation Club. And thank you so much for joining here. And those who are on the Zoom and also online, watching us online, we're trying to share the little knowledge we have, the English knowledge we have with everyone interested, especially to improve our skills in English. So we'd like to also invite you to join in Zoom, and we can discuss more what we are not sure, what we are not really, what we don't know, let's say. And my name is Thang Son Piang. My name is Thang Son Piang, and I just named the last one Son Piang. And I've been in Yangon since 2005, and I have been working in a language school in Yangon. And so since 2005, I've been in touch with English and teaching. I like it. I enjoy teaching English, sharing knowledge with young people. And yeah, at the moment, I'm also running my own school called KELC, very small school, and teaching English, general English there. And I'm really glad that I'm one of this team and meet you all from around the world to to help each other, to see each other. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Miss Zhang Monqing. Siapa Monqing?
Stanpi, maybe Sia Joseph can do. Sia Ma Monqing is not yet around.
Okay, yeah. So I would like to call Sia Joseph come.
Okay. Thank you, Zhang P, for giving me the time, even though I don't include tonight. Okay. Yes, my name is Joseph Kam. I'm from Tammu, near India, but I'm currently in Yangon. Yes. What should I say more? Thank you for tonight. But I'm not gonna do presentation tonight, but I hope maybe next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Before we start, let me say a word of something in our language. He Zoom sunga le he Facebook sunga Facebook panina live ongen te tale Zoom sunga amte tale don no pa ma le kidong te hi mo swakta takena kidong te to changena keu hi ZECC apoi si ahiang na keu mi li akip pol teng mo thei pen le siam pen hilowina ka thei sun tengu thei akibat ke ale china ka thei sun tengu ponghom khinom hi zaung toy manina na theu am le zong keu to ki pol khomin na se phop thei hi toy manina gen op tom zong ama le zong personal a hitale mete chatbox hitale atom Facebook ka personal ina don op zong amale gen ding amale zong kigen thei hizo deule chi na mete nong piang no pu achian hoi amale advice amale comment hitale tu chang na personal hitale welcome ma hi tu chang na dot nop zok thei nop zok amale zong kavek pilna welcome ma hi ung chi athakin nong zasak soning lungdam toy manena ivek pina swakta tak le lunglut takena hi thei bangena hi isyate tunina ong present ding te ong piak ding topic ding lung lut takena isin the ding na na bek piu na mate I azate kempo ong zon chatting lung dam ma mau Okay, let's process our program. At the first place, I would like to request Siama Changwan to take the stage and the present being a foreigner. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the introduction, and I am really excited right now. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Zhang, and I am here to talk about being a foreigner. Before I start, I would like to thank all of these officers of this club for giving me the opportunity to be the guest speaker. I am not someone who is suitable for this position, and I'm not someone with a lot of experience, but thank you so much. And I will try my best to finish it within the given minutes. And before I hop onto the topic, I would like to firstly inform that some of the points that I've taken in this presentation will be based on my personal experience. So in case there are some facts that are irrelevant to you, please bear with me. So let's hop on to the topic right away. So first, what is a foreigner? A foreigner is someone who stays out of their country, a person who stays in a country that he or she is not a citizen. For example, you are from Myanmar, but if you go to Korea, you are a foreigner in Korea. And if a Korean comes to Myanmar, they are foreigner in Myanmar. So that is a simple illustration. And there are many reasons why a person is foreigner. And some people leave their country and go abroad because of their career, and some people because of their education, and some of us go to abroad just for adventure, to have fun, and some of us for vacation. And some people, and not just some people, a lot of people have different expectations when it comes to foreigners. Some people will think that foreigners are rich, and some people will think foreigners are lucky because they can make time for themselves. And some people think they're having fun, and some people think their foreigners are brave because they choose to get out of their comfort zone. And some people might think they're happy because they're traveling, and some people, very least people, would think they're crazy because they're wasting their money or they're spending their money on a lot of things. So what do you think foreigners are, and what do you expect foreigners to be? If I have to say, on my viewpoint, I would say foreigners, they don't have a big difference from us. They're just like us. And due to the exception of some traditions and culture, they're just like us. But being a foreigner is about finding the true self while you try to adjust to the changes. So now you might be wondering, if foreigners are just like us, why being a foreigner is such a big deal, or why being a foreigner is such a trend or a grand day. So I would like to give myself as an example. I studied in LCEC until my grade 8, and then I continued my grade 9 and 10 at UMass, and then I continued my senior high school in the Philippines in AUP Academy, which stands for Adventist University of the Philippines. And that was my very first time to study abroad, and that was the longest journey I've been away from home. So after graduating from grade 12, I choose to continue my college in AIU, which is Asia Pacific International University, and that is in Bangkok, Thailand. And I'm a sophomore student right now. So being away from home teach me a lot of things, and I want to share it to you just in 7 points. So the first thing that I've learned being away from home is to make my own decision. So once I step out of my home and once I step out of my home, I learn that I have to make my own decisions. What time I should wake up, what time I should go to the airport, and what time I should study, what time I should do my assignments, and so on. Everything starts depending on me, and everything starts falling on my decision. So that is the very first thing. I learned to make my own decision. And the second thing is I learned to value money. As we all know, when we arrive to the airport, there are money exchange counters. So once you arrive there, once I arrived to the Philippines and Bangkok, I went to the money exchange counter to exchange money. And something that I realized is the money in Myanmar, our Myanmar jet, is not as valuable as the currencies in other country. So I start to realize, oh, money is really valuable. So I have to be careful with my expenses, and I have to try to be a minimalist. So that's something that I learned. And the third is to rely on myself. Why do I say rely on myself is during the first month of being a foreigner, I should say, it is really difficult, especially when you are a boarding student. You have to stay in dormitories with strangers, and it is very challenging because you never know them and you're staying in a room together with them. And during my stay in the Philippines, it's really hard because I cannot speak in Tagalog, and they can speak in English, but they mix their English with Tagalog, so it's Taklish. So it's a bit difficult for me to communicate with them, and that makes me feel emotional at some point, and sometimes I feel lonely. Sometimes I just want to leave and go home, but I learned to stand and stop and think that no, I should stand on myself. I should remember my goal, and I have to stand strong. And that is something that I learned, rely on myself. Yeah, here is a picture. This is a time that I got so stressed and so tired of studying. When you're a student and when there are like a lot of assignments piling up, you don't know what to do, and all you do is sit down and cry. I've been through there, and that is that is one of the most embarrassing thing, but I want to share here because at those points I learned to stand on my own, because being a foreigner is not easy, but we learn to rely on ourselves. And the next point, building my confidence. So how do I build my confidence? I cannot stay being silent all the time. I have to talk to people. So I start making new friends, and I smile a lot, which kind of seems crazy to some people, but I smile a lot, so that strangers will think that I am normal, and they would smile to me back, they would react to me back. So I have this strange technique, I should say, and then I participate in a lot of the school activities, so that I can get familiar with new students and strangers. So example, I was a member in the choir, and this is in the Philippines, in the AUP Academy Choral. So I participate in the choir so that I can have more relationship with people, and I can get to know people more. And I also, in Thailand, I met a lot of friends, and they are one of the most amazing people too. And I am also part of the AIU University Choral. Yes, but I didn't put a picture here. It's in the next slide. So I learned to build my confidence by making new friends and participating in the school activities. Not only that, the fifth thing that I learned is to experience new things, to learn new things, and explore new things. How do I do this? So the first thing, experience new things. What is the thing that I experience? We all know, we are from Myanmar, so we all know that there is one unique and particular learning style in Myanmar, which is memorizing. In every school, teacher encourages students to memorize. But something I learned back in the Philippines and back in Thailand is not to memorize, but to understand. So when you understand, you can explain it in your own words and in your own understanding. So that is the first thing. And the second thing is we barely do presentations back here in Myanmar, maybe in my schools. So when I get to the Philippines, that's the first time I experienced studying abroad. And then I don't know how to do presentation, honestly. And I was lost. So the first time I do presentation, my hands are shaking. I can't eat my lunch, and I turn white and pale. That's all I know. And I mixed up my words. So that is my weakness there. I am bad in presentation because I haven't had any experience. And the next thing is group works. In Myanmar, we have very few group works, but back there are a lot of group activities, which makes us build more relationship between students, and which makes us, familiar with teachers and give us more better relationship between teachers, students, and friends. And the next thing that I also learned is explore. I explore new culture. The Filipinos culture is amazing. The Thailand culture is amazing. And this is a short clip where I think most of you might have been, if you have been in Thailand, you might have been there. And it is a traditional show thing. And I learned a lot from it. Oh, and I also learned new learning methods. This is front of the Creotic company. In Philippines, we have three strands, which is ABM, STEM, and GAS. ABM stands for Accounting, Business, and Management, and that is where I am part of. And we are the future accountants, businessmen, and managers, and we are assigned to work there. So this is something which is very unique, because in Myanmar we don't have this. What do we say this? Working as in real life. So we are students there, but we get to experience the real work life there. So this is something that is really new to me. And the most one of the most exciting thing is the musical play and the role play. Here, this is a role play for especially presented by the grade 12, and we had this role play. We have to act on it, something like this. So I think in Myanmar we barely have these kind of activities, which is quite interesting for me. And the sixth thing is be part of unbiological family. As I have mentioned, I was part of the choir in AUP and also in AIU, and I get to experience the warmth and the kindness of people, and they have they have their differences, uniqueness, and it was amazing. But despite all of this, we get to we are unified by the love of music. We all love music, so this is something that keeps us together. And I get to be part of this unbiological family, which I find it very important, because when you're out there and out there in a country that you never know, you never experience, it is important for you to have a family, unbiological family that you can rely on. So this, I find this very important. And this is a short clip of the choir. This is a short clip of our choir in the during our tour, and is in the beach. Okay, so the seventh is the most important thing to me. That is, nothing is better than being at home. This is something I learned because I love being a foreigner. I love every moment of being a foreigner. And because being a foreigner teaches me a lot, and it changes me a lot, and it shows me the reality of this world, how people live and how people are. But besides all of these experiences that I encountered, actually make me realize that nothing is better than home. And I have to say I am very blessed that I have amazing parents, and home is such a wonderful place. And I would like to encourage and conclude my presentation by encouraging you all to value the time you have at home, to make a quality time at home, because once you get away, home might get further. So thank you. And this is my presentation.
Thank you so much, Ms. Zhang. You know, your presentation drew the audience in and held the attention with the 7 points, which is very important, your life experience. So I hope everyone enjoyed by hearing your wonderful life experience sharing. Thank you so much. And then be a blessing for many people even the days to come. Okay, let's proceed our program. I would like to call upon Siama Monica Himnu to take the time. And then after which, continuously, I would like to call, give time to Sia Son Piang, and after that, Siama Muanjing to take after one another. So I would like to give them time. Thank you so much. So the stage is yours. Have a good time.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'm very happy to hear the presentation from Zhang, which is really good. Congratulations for that. Okay, we will ask you some question later on when we have time. So let me present my presentation. So which is about tenses, you know. So So as we have known that there are so many tenses, but I already presented about present simple and present continuous in the past week. So I believe that we have more or less about the the usage, present simple and present continuous. So but here we will discuss a bit more that because present simple and present continuous are a bit confusing when it comes together. So we will learn a bit more into it. So present continuous and present simple. So I will review a little bit, and also so that you will be more familiar with that, how to use it confidently. So to talk about present continuous and present simple, so just to review again, present continuous is like a plan we can use for a plan in the near future. We can use present continuous for our future plan, and also we can use for describing what we are doing right now, or for the plan for the future, you know. So present continuous is not just for one situation. It can be used for other situation, like for the future plan, we can use present continuous. So we will compare a little bit. So present simple is like talking about our daily activities. When we say about our jobs, so we use present simple. Our hobbies, our habits, so we use present simple. So I will not talk about this one because I have the other slides, which is more in detail. So what is the difference between present continuous and present simple? Okay, so present continuous is the format is like I am doing, I am doing, I am going, I am sleeping, something like that. But for present simple is I do, I work, I sleep, I eat every day. I eat at 7 o'clock in the morning. So the usual thing that we do, we use present simple. So let's compare present continuous and present simple. So present continuous, we use, as I mentioned earlier, we use for our, the activity that is going on. So we use present continuous. For present simple, as I mentioned earlier, we use the truth in general, the thing that's happened repeatedly. I often go to my friend, like when we say about the activity that is very often, we use present simple. So I will go to some examples so that you will understand more. For present continuous, we use like the water is boiling. Can you turn it off? So the water is boiling means the water is boiling, which is going on. The situation is going on. So we use present continuous. The other side, if we see the example, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So that is, the truth. It is true for all the time. So we use present simple for the thing that is true all the time, or the thing that is true very often. That we do very often. We can use present simple. All right. So the next one is listen to those people. Okay, listen to those people. What language are they using? That means, what language are they using? Present continuous. We use present continuous. Okay, and for the other one, for the present simple, we say, excuse me, do you speak English? So that means English gap yola. English gap yola. That means that do you speak English? Which is all the time. Do you speak English? Can you speak English? So yola present simple go okay. Present continuous မှာကြတော့တခဏတာတော့တွင်သုံးတဲ့ဟာကိုကြတော့ present continuous ကိုသုံးရတယ် Okay, all right. So if you don't understand, you can also raise your hand while I am talking. Later on, you have to do some exercises in a group. So the other one, let's go out. It isn't raining now. So the thing that is not happening. So in this situation also we use present continuous, which is right now, it's not happening. So we use present continuous. Okay. So the other one, it doesn't rain very much in summer. So it is true in summer. It does not rain. Okay. So it is true in summer. It doesn't rain. So we use present simple. All right. So the other one is, don't disturb me. I am busy. Why? What are you doing? So don't disturb me right now. I am busy. I am doing something, which is happening. You're doing something else. So don't disturb me. So this is, the activity that is going on. So that's why this is present continuous. All right. So the other one is, what do you usually do at weekends? So this is about the thing that you usually do at weekends. Okay. So we use present simple. Okay. So next one. I am going to bed now. Good night. So the thing that is going to be the thing that is going to happen, so we use also present continuous. Okay, I am going to bed now. Okay, so here we use I always go to bed before midnight. So this is happening all the time. I always go to bed before midnight. So it happens all the time. Always go to bed before midnight. Okay, so the other one is Maria is in Britain at the moment. So right now Maria is in Britain. She is learning English. She is learning English. So she is studying English. Okay, she's studying English with it, which is present continuous. That's why M is our, present continuous. Okay, so most people learn to swim when they are children. So this is all the time true. It is true for most of the people. That's why it is we use present simple. Okay. And the next one, use the continuous for a temporary situation. I also mentioned earlier, we use present continuous for the present moment, the present situation, the thing that is going on. We use present continuous, like I am living with some friends until I find a flat. Okay, so it is just for a short time. I am living with some friends for a short time. I am living with some friends until I find a flat. So that means that it is just for a short time that I am living with my friends, for a short time. All right. But for present simple, we use like the permanent situation, a permanent situation here. So like my parents live in London. So it means they live in London all the time. Okay, they always live in London. Okay, they have lived there for all their lives. သူတို့ရဲ့ဘဝတစ်လျှောက်လုံးမှာသူတို့ဒီလန်ဒန်မှာနေခဲ့ကြတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးပြောချင်တဲ့အခါကျရင်ဒါ present simple ကိုသုံးရခြင်းဖြစ်တယ်ဒါသူတို့ရဲ့ကွာခြားချက်လေးတွေပေါ့နော် Okay, you are working hard today. Yes, I have got a lot to do. Okay, you're working hard today, so it means you're working very hard for today because today I have got a lot to do. Okay, because only today she has many things to do. All right, so the other one, let's see it. John isn't lazy. He works very hard most of the time. So that means that he is very his habit is he works very hard. Okay, he is he is enthusiastic for his work all the time. So it is saying that. Okay, here also we have like I always do, I'm always doing. So which is different? I always do and I am always doing are different because when we say I always do something mean I do it every time. It's all the time I do it. Okay, I always go to work by car. No, carနဲ့အလုပ်ကိုအများရန်သွားတယ်ကြည်တာဟိဘန်ပုံမှန်နာမှန်နေကြတာ present simple မတဲ့ရိုးရိုး present simple ဘန်အကိစ္စI am always doing something တော့ကြောင့်ဘန်ကီလမ်ဒန်ဟီယမ်ကြည့်လေဟိပန်ဘန်အယမ်ကြည့်လေ I lost my key again. I always losing something. Tu sung teng wala ahi pa jira ho again of janga tu sung teng kaban mangsat papa jira ho again of janga le I'm always losing things. Okay, I'm always losing things. I've lost my key again. Tu sung teng amai achin ma de ahi papa de again of le I'm always losing things. I'm always verb ing to Zhang ding jira mo ena amai I'm always losing things does not mean that I lose things every time. it means that I lose things too often, more often than normal. He actually don't napen, the napunga sama banga. Even I tu sung nga hi papa again of na chang ai le. I am always verb ing sang ding mo. Ina hi ben atongwa amongst I den ji na again na hilo. And I'm always ing means that you do something very often, more often than the speaker thinks is normal. Okay. Hiban akibang hina again of na I am always doing pen ahi le ai tu sung tenga hi papa te again of changai le I am always doing to papa ing to sang ding achina. Hina for our activity, for our groups, so we can divide our group like group 1, group 2, and group 3 and group 4. So can somebody help me to divide 4 groups? Sia Son Tiang,
Yeah, I
could
can.
you
Yeah.
please help me to group like 4? Is it okay?
Shall I do it now, Siama?
Okay. So can you take the picture like this one is for group 1. Okay. Okay. So mana sai bo mo rin chang group bangale hi room break ay katanga igen ziading hinay ina hi ban group 2 aring sen pidia hi ban group 2 aring mo. Okay. Ina hi ban group 3 mo. Ina hi ban group 4. Group 4 ban nong tom tian ina. Mana sai zia bo mo. Okay. Ina apong po hun na ba na lại bo le hi dong ki dong thai mo hi man bai ten hi dong dong thai. Isen pidia. Hello, Sia Son Tiang.
Hey, quite more.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Okay, I will divide into 4 groups. Okay.
Man ki sai kin mate. Man sai kin na.
Group 1 na group 1 na khat ve lai.
Man ki sai kin teng mate.
Group 1 khat về lại chị.
Khat ve lai mo. Okay.
Group 1.
Okay. Man sai vô. Okay.
Yeah, we okay.
Hit ban group 1 adding mo. Ina. Okay mo. Group 2 song kung lại dia sen pi dia group 2 ba.
Manta.
Manta mo. Okay, Asmi. I will stop now. Okay.
Okay,
So
I'll
good
put
luck
in
with your groups. Okay.
Bên đây tè chứ mà. Không khó kinh cho lần dòng khó nông tự mà.
live pana inte idana group ake khen tak changa bang mang pai lo ding mo in no jong na sin no pole ya group so nong lut na ding ong gen nom ngai ti pen to sẽ kham dong ong hong lo ma mo ke to hong man lo tai mo toi le ti la ya sẽ son piang in tom chi khat nang alai hal do ya ama ha lo rồi ya chơi bảo cái giá mà thế nói chừng
cái gì mà
tuổi đến là ama tàng về lo am game gam một cái chứ tôi lẽ tôi sung tên cái live pa na anh ta đi na và hàng alom tên mang cái yam chỉ lẽ hi group kia khen na tôi sung tên na ama i group tek tek group one te bang hi lẽ ama wa ding chỉ na right lẽ wrong nắm nị ta dong giao giao ding chỉ đàn mà tôi cái xin lại tắc hệ tu lại tắc mà in tu live to cái sai na bang mang pai lo phật ding màจะสอนเรื่องอะไรหันเราเป็นอะไรมั้ง ASA เป็นกว่าไอ้จิมดังมันหลับมั้ง
bằng xe
มันหลับมั้ง
ý al tom chick khatต้องกี่กลุ่มดิ้งบ่ต้องกี่กลุ่มดิ้งบ่
นี่ต้องกินกลุ่มเราเนี่ยไล่ฝ่าไปดิ้งอมเกคันเลยจีเกียขอดป่ะไงเนี่ยนู่จริงเราไม่ทราบตัวส่งถึงไล่เป็นแต่อาณาหัวจะมั้ง
nasa mama join sine ke hi ka camera hoi loi chak ti hong kai lo ka mobile pa
ไลฟ์ขาดพอดเดียวนี่จะโจทย์คำต้องวิดีโอขาดมา
10 คำ
นู้กรุ๊ปเดินไปแล้วดิ
AS กว่าอย่า
ตัวว่าไงต่อ US ที่ไหนต่อ
Asia กว่าเนี่ยอย่าจุ๊บ
ไอ้เป้าจะดีไหม
ตัว thấu tình nghe gì không
จะสอนเรื่องอะไรเกี่ยวกับ
Happy Sabbath พอดโบเลนนะเว้ยคนกูตูน Happy Sabbath ดิ้งให้ปานุนี่
ไอ้